Welcome to Between Batches, where life happens between batches.
We're two friends figuring out life in what we lovingly call our queenager era.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Danielle.
So while something is coming together in the kitchen,
we're talking about everything else.
So let's get to what we're batching today.
What are we batching today?
We are going to do a classic margarita.
Yes, because today our topic is margaritas and marriage. So we're going to need a margarita for this.
Yes.
So here's the margarita recipe that I like. It is from
Whiskey
and Lace. Sorry. Yes,
You're good.
Thank you. And so we will tag her blog in our show notes. But what she does is she does it in the blender, and it's brilliant. So you basically just quarter your limes. She calls for 10 to 12. I think I've got 8 in here because I have a smaller blender than she did. And then it actually, if you want to take that blender and you're just going to cover them with water until it's literally just like right kissing the top of it. And then it's going to get loud in here for just a second because we are going to pulse this 4 times. You don't want to do more than 4 or your margaritas will be bitter, and nobody likes a bitter margarita. So, and she'll show you, she's got it just over the top of those limes, and we're going to place that on there. Yep, just like that. And you're going to pulse for 4. Yep, and now you pick which one. Yep, liquefy. Good job. I like to live on the edge. Okay, and then we are going to strain this mixture. We've just got a mason jar, use a pitcher, whatever you've got, into it. You gotta go slow because of the pulp. That's a weird word too.
Pulp. It's a little scary.
Should I get a
Gotta hit the hole.
That's what he said. Okay, should I get a thingy? I'm gonna get a thingy.
She's getting a thingy, guys.
Okay. Full disclosure. I have had a migraine for 2 days, so
A
words.
funnel.
A funnel. There we go. Words are hard. It's finally gone, but it's like I'm not back. Oh, I hope my mason jar is big enough.
We're just gonna make it be big enough. If we have some extra lime juice, that's okay.
Oh, good job. I think that was actually perfect. Yay! Okay, and then you can put this, I have like a composting bin thing, so you can just put that in your compost bin. Alright.
Or you can put it all over.
It's fine. Alright, and then to that, she calls for a half a cup of agave or honey or sugar syrup, whatever you want. I've got a little less than 1/4 of a cup. I don't like mine super sweet.
I don't either.
So I'm probably not gonna do a half, plus we did less limes, which means we probably did less water.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with 1/3 of a cup because that seems logical in my brain.
Yes.
So I have 1/3 of a cup of agave. We're gonna put that in. And then Ashley, if you would like to take that lime wedge and
We're gonna rim our glasses.
we're gonna rim our glasses. She did salt. I prefer tahini because why not? It's delicious. I'm gonna mix in that agave syrup. I probably should have put the syrup in the blender. I can't remember if she did that or not.
I feel like we would miss a lot of the syrup if we put it in the blender. It
Oh,
gets
like-
stuck to the limes. or
You're
something,
right.
But I don't know.
The lime debris. Okay.
Okay. And we will add
Perfect.
some ice to our glasses.
Yes. And then use whatever your tequila preference is. I love a good tequila. They're good on so many things. Palomas, margaritas, Bloody Marys. All right. And then we are going to use 1.5 ounces of tequila. 1 for Jewel.
1 for you.
Yay! And then we're just going to top with,
This feels very dangerous.
oh, I should have done something different with this, but it's fine.
Okay.
All right, we made a little bit of a mess. It's fine. And there you have it, a classic margarita with no sweet and sour too, which is my favorite.
Yes.
All right, cheers, let's try it.
Cheers. That was really good.
It was really good.
Really good margarita. go make your margarita and join us at the table.
Welcome to the table.
Yes.
And what are we talking about today?
Marriage.
Whew, okay, I think that requires a sip of our margarita.
Yes.
Cheers, friend.
Cheers.
All right. All right, let's get into it. Marriage. How long have you been married?
We just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary in March of this year.
So exciting.
I know. What about you?
We have been married for, well, next month will be 23 years. I had to do math, sorry.
So between us, we've been married for 40, almost 3 years, which is a lot because we're only 25 each.
Right,
so.
I mean, I'm like 12.
So I don't know how that's possible,
I don't
but
know.
here we are.
I don't know how that math is mathing, but whatever.
We were babies. What age did you get married? Because we both were kind of babies when we got married.
I was not too much of a baby. I was 26 when I got married.
Oh, she was more of a baby. I was 22, about to turn 23 when
You
we
were
got married. So
definitely
I
a
was
baby.
definitely a baby. Yes.
I was 26, and my husband, it was just a couple months before his 30th birthday.
Oh, okay. So we both were in our 20s though when we got married.
We were.
So I know for myself the expectation of what marriage was supposed to look like versus the reality of what marriage does look like is not necessarily, the math doesn't necessarily math there either. So
Sure.
what about you? What did you, I think?
So I don't know what I thought.
I agree. I'm not sure what I expected either.
Well, your parents were still married, right?
Yes.
My parents were not married and hadn't been married pretty much my entire life, and hadn't been remarried. So I didn't really know
what it was supposed to look like.
What it was supposed to look like, really. I had friends that were married and some that weren't. Their parents were married and some weren't. I had friends that had gotten married, obviously. My husband and I were actually one of the last in our friend group to get married. So I was just kind of winging it. And let me tell you, if you're going based on like television and movies,
It's nothing like that. Yeah.
such a bad idea.
Yeah. So my parents were married. Well, they would have celebrated 51 years this year, but my dad passed away just a couple years ago, and my in-laws are also still married. So we had examples of what good looks like, and probably of what good, what it maybe not to do.
Yeah.
But I think that I still had this sort of idyllic, and we say for better, for worse, in sickness and in health.
Right.
But I don't think I myself realized how hard and what that meant, like how hard the hard can be, and how much work a marriage is, but also how worth it. Like
100%. I think it's a lot like parenting, right? Like people can tell you about it all you want. They can talk to you about it. They can give you ideas and advice, and you can look to them as examples. But really, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. And until you're in it, you can't really fully understand it.
Yes.
So I think that is definitely a learning curve. And
I agree.
I mean, can we just be real? Like, society has made marriage kind of a throwaway thing.
Absolutely.
If you're in it and it doesn't feel good or you're not happy, then we just throw it away and start over. And to make the decision in our marriage, because I'll be honest, our first year of marriage was like hard. Like, we didn't live together before we got married, which I think was the right choice. And so learning to do that was hard, and we were really poor, and career paths were up in the air, and all kinds of things. And so I think that first year was so rough that we actually did go to counseling.
Okay.
But we made the decision in counseling. We went to a Christian counselor, and we made the decision that the only word that was off limits was divorce.
I like that.
That was it. That was the only word that was off the table. And that as long as there wasn't anything earth-shattering, right? Like,
there are definitely
there are exceptions
to that.
That anything else can be worked through.
Yep.
And so I think so much people think that if it gets hard, then it's not worth anything anymore.
Yeah, and almost like if it gets hard, and if it takes work, which, hear my heart here, I'm not like, there are definitely exceptions, but
Correct,
then it's like, oh, we can just try again, sort of deal. And
Yeah.
I know we definitely did not, when we went through counseling before we got married, there were some places that we didn't see eye to eye on. And I'm thankful that we had those conversations early.
Yeah.
And that we were able to kind of establish, and we're not perfect, but what communication should look like.
Yeah.
So that when those things do get hard and we have disagreements, we are like you said, like, divorce is not an option.
Right.
We're gonna figure this out.
Figure it out.
Yeah. And to like make light of it a little bit, we would joke like, I'll find you if you try to run away.
You said till death.
And Danny and I during COVID had some fun like texting conversations about hiding the body and making sure nobody
Probably shouldn't put that on film.
So please know that like in no way, shape, or form our marriage is perfect. Or
we did grow up in the Earl era.
Yeah, Earl had to die. My friends and I from high school have a whole dance to it, but that's another topic for another day. Yeah. So what surprised you the most? I mean, you said it was hard.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even right after you got married, but even now, like looking back, what are some things that like really surprised you?
So I think a couple things have surprised me about marriage. And it's always full of fun new surprises, right? But I think, yes, the hard surprised me. So I really hope that our youth are having better conversations and more conversations than I think we did. Because it is hard. So that surprised me. But also that what surprised me is like the awesome that comes from that hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain, but when you go through something with somebody and it's hard and you're living together and seeing each other every single day and there is nowhere to hide and there is nowhere to go and you have no choice but to work through it, and then you get to the other side of that.
Yeah.
The amount of cool that comes from that and amazing, and like there's all these videos going around right now on social media that are like for a while it was I'm a daddy's girl, which I cannot relate to at all. That's another topic for another pod. But there's a new one going around that I've actually sent to my husband many times because it's like, I'm not a daddy's girl, I'm a husband's girl.
Oh, that's
right. And like, he's my safe place and he's my person and he's my this. And I think it's natural in that to like the person that you're closest to and love the most is the one that you take a lot of your stuff out on. So
absolutely.
Let me tell you, this queenager era has not been kind to my husband. God bless him. He's been a gem about it. But I think just like that closeness and how much that grows and how much they become your person.
I agree.
Like if we're talking best friends, like this is my person.
Right.
Like nobody understands me more than this person. Like we've gone through thick and thin and will continue to.
Yeah.
But he's my person,
yeah.
right? And so I think that has surprised me at like what level that is and how well you know each other.
Yes, I agree.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and we always like joke or don't joke, and I'm sure you guys have read this quote. Definitely didn't come from me, but I'd rather fight with you than make love to anybody else. Like yeah, and I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like our conflicts typically arise in the car because
Right.
I love my husband, but like I don't think he's a very good driver, and he knows that I think that. And
do you push the imaginary brake? And
yes,
yeah.
but we've learned, and this is like a squirrel moment, but we've learned. I came up with something new the other day that he feels much better about. I've started beeping.
Wait, like a thing.
Oh, I'll
backing
demonstrate.
up?
So
Okay.
like when like he's not braking and I think he should, I'll go beep beep beep. And if it like gets like to where I'm super uncomfortable, then I'm like beep 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 beep. And for whatever reason, that's much better than going. So we found little tips and tricks.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
We found little
Oh my
things
gosh.
to like make it better.
I
Yeah.
just play on my phone when my husband drives. I'm like, I'm just going to the phone.
That's funny. But yeah. But I agree with you. Like him being my person, my safe space. I notice when he's gone for a longer period of time, when he comes home, I just like exhale and kind of like release tension in my shoulders that I didn't even know I was carrying.
Same.
And it apparently there's an underlying stress when he's gone that I don't even realize is happening.
So I didn't realize it either. And then I got a biometric tracker and I realized I have always told my husband, like, I feel like when you're out of town, ironically, because he snores, I sleep worse. And then when you get back, I sleep really soundly that first night. And he just always like laughed and been like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, you always tell me I snore, but whatever.
Right.
And I got the tracker and now we have like actual data. Like of my heart rate, my REM sleep, my respirations, like all of it. And it's fascinating because when he is home, now the flip side of that is when he is home, I have more daytime stress.
That's funny.
Like not prolonged, but like little moments, like you can tell.
Right.
And I can pinpoint like, oh, that was this conversation or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, my sleep is definitely better. So I totally believe that.
Yeah. So what do you guys do together for fun?
That's a great question. So first, it's important to know that husband is an extreme extrovert. Like, needs people to the highest degree, needs to be around people. Like, I'm pretty sure he would be out with people like 90% of the time if it were completely up to him. I am not. I like to be around certain people.
Yes.
And for certain amounts of time. And then I need to retreat. So that's important to know. But if we're at home alone together, one of our favorite things is I used to spam him with like memes and stuff. And instead of doing that, now I have a folder that I save for him.
Oh.
And when he gets home, one of our things that we'll do is after Bug goes to bed, we will sit on the couch and screencast up and we will share like
really fun.
the memes that we've saved with each other and just kind of giggle and watch silly conspiracy theories and whatnot. And then the other thing that we like to do is we really just love to be with our friends, whether that's having them at our house or meeting them out for dinner. We love food. We love to eat.
Yes. Me too.
A good cocktail, it could be the backyard fire pit, it could be around this table playing a game of cards, it could be out at a restaurant, but we just really like to be with our friends. And so we will usually ping a friend at least once a week to catch up. How about you guys? What do you do for fun?
So we started, once we moved, we live on acreage now. And once we moved, when the weather is conducive to it, we take, I call it like a walkabout. And we do it a couple nights a week typically, like sometimes with a cocktail or a glass of wine, sometimes with nothing more than each other, and we will just go walk around. And especially this time of year, it's really fun because things are blooming and things are popping up, and we just like to just walk around and see what's happening. And then interestingly, similarly to you guys casting on your TV, and we will, once the kids are in bed, and we don't do this that often, but it sparked this memory. We will pull up YouTube and then we will like almost have like a music battle where we each pick a song and we go back and forth. And it can be like, sometimes it's sappy, cute love music. Sometimes it's like ridiculous.
Randomness.
It's like, and then also like a throwback to my, we'll say college days, but if I'm being super honest, mom, plug your ears, high school days. We will like road trip and just drive around when it's really nice out, sometimes with an adult beverage, and just, there's rules, but that's a episode for another time also, to road tripping. And
we do the drive about too. It used to be a walkabout. We do not live on acreage. We live in a community that loves their golf carts. And so we also, for another episode, we bought, and well, I shouldn't say we because my husband had nothing to do with it. I bought, and then he helped me refurbish a golf cart.
Yes.
And so we do like to grab an adult beverage when it's nice out like it is right now and just...
Yeah, it's so fun.
It is. And just like hang out with each other and talk. And for us right now, it's really fun because all of the neighborhood is waking up from its winter slumber. And so often when we're out, we will see people and we don't have to stop and talk, but we just give a wave. And it's like, okay, good. Like things are blooming and coming back to
Yes.
life, and we're out in our little golf cart, and
I agree.
the
It is.
simple things.
I agree. It is the simple things. Yes. What makes you feel most connected to him?
Okay, I'm laughing because this part is a joke. So I am not you know this, I'm not a super touchy-feely person. I'm not like that spouse. My husband, on the other hand, needs all of the physical touch, like all of the time.
This is love
like,
language.
yeah, if he were a puppy, he would be a
Velcro dog?
He would be a Velcro dog, yes. Bijolas, right?
Yep,
They're the
what
Velcro
it is.
dogs.
Yep.
He would be one of those because he would like be
Always.
like this all the time. And I'm like, okay, great, love you, get off me. But every once in a blue moon, I'm like, I just need you to touch me and love me. And so I don't even remember how it happened. One night we were being super silly and he was really tired and I'm gonna touch your face.
Oh
he reached over and he went.
You're like, okay.
And so now that's like the running joke when one of us says,
I like
I need to feel close to you. We just reach over and like smack a hand on the other one's face,
That's
which
funny.
always makes the other one laugh. And then of course we hug and whatnot. So that's one thing. But then also I think with his travel, I really appreciate that he has gotten really good about making sure that he always texts me good morning. He knows I don't want to talk because I'm busy doing things, but he always texts me good morning. And he will go through email, and if I've had to send like an email to a teacher or about an early pickup or there's something on the calendar, he will take that off my plate and say, hey, I called the school for you, you don't need to do that.
That's great.
Which is my love language. It's an acts of service thing, and so when he's doing those things, even when he's not physically here, it makes me feel closer to him. And then the thing that really, like, I feel like he knows me and he loves me and makes me feel really close is at night when I just need to shut down, especially when he's out of town because I've had to do all of the peopling for the family. He will text me and say, I know you're getting ready for bed. Do you want to talk or are you peopled out? And then gives me that option, which I know is not what he wants because he wants to talk and have all the words and do all of the things. So I always feel really close to him when he does that because he understands me and he knows what I need. And yeah, so I guess it's not actual like
Close connection.
but it makes me feel close to him.
Yeah. And
How about you?
I would say my primary love language is also acts of service.
Mhm.
So anytime he can take something off of my plate or washes my car for me or any of those like little things like that just really makes me feel loved.
Yeah.
And I am a touchy-feely person and I am a person who needs the hugs
Yes.
in a day. And so, I mean, obviously, like when he comes home, one of the things he has learned is that when he comes in the front door, usually the side door, but when he comes in the door, he's not on his phone. When we first got married, he would come in the door on a phone call, and I need you to come in the door and like be present, like leave work at work, leave it outside. So sometimes he'll sit in his car and finish that phone call, but when he walks in the door, he's present and he's available to us. And likewise, when he is out of town, it's just a little text, like, cause like you in the mornings, there's too many things happening. If you call me, I'm probably gonna get annoyed and frustrated, honestly.
Yeah.
We're trying to get kids out the door and all the things, breakfast. So yeah, I would say that is what helps us stay connected. And when life gets busy, it can be one of the things that he does that's really sweet. And maybe not sweet, but it's sweet. Like if he's scrolling Facebook, we call them cat videos, even though they're not actually like cat videos. Like he'll be watching whatever. He'll send me ones that make him think of me, which are often otters. But that's whole,
because we love otters.
Yeah, that's a whole
which is
other
another
thing.
episode.
But yeah, he will send me videos that are, you know, those little like I'm thinking of you kind of moments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you changed since getting married?
1,000,000%. I have changed since getting married. I would say that confidence has definitely risen. Independence has definitely risen. Obviously we're married and we've been married for a long time. My husband has been gone for extended periods of time, which has made me have to step up and do some things. I mean, obviously just growing up changes you.
Oh, yeah.
But
20s to 40s is I'm like a whole different human.
Yes. I sent him that reel that was, or TikTok, whatever, that was like going kind of viral there for a while. That was like, when my husband says I have an attitude problem, I'm like, well, you raised me.
Right, exactly. You're responsible.
So I definitely feel like, you know, we have been together almost half of my life. Yeah. So I can't imagine who I would be without him. And definitely changed a lot in the last 20-some years. What about you?
Yeah, 100% agree. We have been together more than half of my life, if you count our dating time. Same. And I am vastly a different human than I was then. My confidence is completely different. Which also I think just comes with age, right?
I agree.
But also I think he has made me a different person, right? We have taken kind of the best parts of each other, and he has definitely made me more bold and not afraid to ask for things. And then on the back end of that, I have kind of, I think, helped soften the edges a little bit of him, and we've gotten to a point where we complement each other really well, but I am definitely not the same person that I was when I got married, which I don't think is a bad thing as long as you're doing it together.
I agree. Yeah, the growing together instead of growing apart.
Correct. Which takes
the work,
purposeful effort.
Yes,
right?
And intention. And I think one of the things that we have done, I think we both can, but I don't want to speak for you, but done to intentionally grow together is our prayer life and keeping God at the center.
100%.
And knowing that, again, like you said, divorce is off the table. Yep. But with the three of us, we can get through anything. And there have been some really hard times that without that, I know that we would have crumbled.
Oh, yeah.
And there are times...
We would just be a statistic.
Yeah. And there are times early in our marriage before we had kids that, you know, it was kind of a little bit more flippant and we were not as intentional as we have been in the last probably 15 to 18 years. And I think it really makes a huge difference.
It's definitely a journey, that's for sure.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
And it's not a sprint.
No. And
it is a marathon.
It takes intentional, I don't know, realignment every day, I think.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to our currently craving, Danny, what are you currently craving?
Okay. So I felt like this is kind of perfect for marriage because, you know, sometimes you just need a little sweet treat. So my currently craving right now is chocolate, and this specifically is the Ghirardelli dark chocolate.
That's my favorite one too.
Caramel, sea salt, deliciousness. I'm not even a big caramel person. Do you say caramel or caramel?
I say caramel.
I say caramel too. I'm not even a big caramel person, but there's something about these that is...
Those are really good.
Oh my gosh. And honestly, like, I can just have one. Mm-hmm. They're sweet enough, but not overly sweet. And I love them. And, okay, truth. I love them so much that right now they are living on my dresser in my bedroom because at night I want one before I go to bed.
That's okay.
What are you currently craving?
Similarly with food, and I could probably eat this entire bag, is the, what is it, Lesser Evil brand of their just Himalayan sea salt popcorn. So it is cooked in coconut oil. So it gives it like that little hint of coconut. 43 calories a cup if we're counting, and we aren't. But if you are, like, this is so good. Go find it.
Yes.
So.
Love it. So again, we're not sponsored by anything, but if you want to know where to find any of the products that we talk about, you can go to our Pinterest page. So Ashley, I think you have a question for our listeners.
We do have a question for our listeners. Our question on the table for the episode about marriage is, in this season, do you guys feel more like teammates or co-managers of your family life?
Ooh, good question. I would say teammates.
I would agree with us that we are more like teammates. We have been very intentional about aligning. We do a calendar scrub weekly to make sure that we're in sync with things. But I do feel like we're playing on the same team right now.
Yeah. I would say the same for hubby and I. We share a calendar, which is great. We do the Google one, and so you can have like different calendars and apply it to certain things. Yep. So that's nice. We always have that. And there's just very like, I think one thing that's been really good in being teammates is like defined roles.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is my thing and this is your thing, but we know enough about each other's
things
that if one of us needs to jump in and help, we can, but we're not doubling efforts, stepping on each other's toes, muddying the water. Everybody has a defined job, kind of like on a baseball team, right? Like, you don't have just, oh, go do whatever you want. Like, there's defined roles. There's a catcher, there's a pitcher, there's an outfielder, there's a shortstop, and everybody knows what their role is. And somebody can run in from the other side and yell, got it, when the other one can't get to it. But for the most part, we have defined roles. And so we play for the same team.
Us too. Yeah. We're doing, I feel like we are very in sync at this moment in this phase of life and not trying to manage things on our own.
That's great. Yeah. So we want to hear from you.
Yes, please drop us a note in the comments or send us an email and let us know, are you and your person teammates or co-managers? And there is no wrong answer.
No.
So
we're just curious how things go in your family.
Curious. So thank you guys for joining us today on Between Batches. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
And share this episode with your friends.
Absolutely. And we look forward to seeing you for our next batch.